everyone. We are back here again today for another Central Coast Market Update. And Darryl is joining us again today and has a few topics that he would like to share. So stay tuned till the end for that.
Thank you for having me again.
Of course.
Thanks for being here.
Before we have Darryl share his updates, we would like to give you a quick snapshot of the SLO County real estate market by sharing last month's stats from the California Regional MLS. Serena, take it away.
September 2023, months of inventory shows still at 5 months. Days to sell also shows no movement, still at 12, from active to under contract. The total number of sales was 216 for September 2023 versus 273 for September of 2022, and considerably lower than 369 in September of 2021. We saved the best news for last. Although we have been experiencing less sales month after month and prices have been sliding back, September saw an increase in sales price from $810,000 in August to $833,500 in September of 2023. So that's really good news.
Yes, very good news.
It's a great time to be a homeowner.
That's great news, Serena. Even with the high interest rates, demand remains higher than supply, which is holding our values and preventing any kind of market crash, which is great news. Darryl, I know you had some good stuff to share with us, so why don't we dive right into that?
You're right, the interest rates have been on an uptick since April of this year. In fact, they've recently spiked, and in some cases, they're in the high 7s to low 8% range at this time, which represents a high that we have not seen in interest rates since 2017. So I do agree with you that there is some pent-up demand in our market to especially list and sell. I think there would be many more transactions if the rates were lower.
Yeah.
It does provide less competition for those buyers looking to buy right now. So it can still make sense to buy and refinance later.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the higher rates. They're no fun.
No.
In the big scheme of things, they are still low historically speaking. I remember when I first started making loans in 1997, and a great rate on a loan at that time was about 7.5%. And we were absolutely amazed when they went into the 6% range.
Yeah.
The rates have been artificially low, and there will be better times ahead for home buyers. It does affect affordability. But I did want to take the time to mention the importance of estate planning, and we were talking about that earlier, the importance of creating a family trust. If you own real estate and having an advance directive and a last will and testament, and if you have a family trust, it allows you to pass those assets on to your heirs without going through probate. That might be a good discussion for us and for your audience.
Yeah, I agree.
Great information.
Yeah. What do you think? You just went through that recently.
Yeah, we just did that last year, and it was a great process from start to finish. I think it took us about 4 months, and it just felt good to get it done. We've been talking about doing it for years, and I think we just procrastinated because it wasn't a very fun topic, to think about if something were to happen to us. But it's something that everyone needs to think about and be prepared for, so your family doesn't suffer.
For me, I don't know. I think there's a sense of calm.
Yeah, I feel so
in
much
that.
better. Like, I feel relieved we got that done. We got our life insurance done. So
Yeah.
I don't think that I know if there's anything else that I need to be
I think
planning.
there's a sense of calm, especially if you own real estate or have children, that type of thing, that it's important to do. And I did run across a situation in the last couple weeks where I'm working on a loan. When someone is elderly, it's very often that you would have successor trustees or a manager of that trust. Especially if you have a loved one that's elderly that loses capacity, it's common to have a power of attorney.
Yes.
Just as a reminder, if you are in that type of situation as a family, it's good to do some planning, because right now equity is at an all-time high. The property values are at an all-time high. And so it's not a bad idea to get a line of credit so that you can tap into that asset for money for expenses, for care providers and things like that, medical expenses, while that person is still cognizant. Do the estate planning, do the family trust, do the line of credit. Typically on the line of credit, you can borrow against it for the first 10 years. You pay it back the next 20, typically. But I saw a case recently where a family had not plan that well. And although they have a power of attorney to help sign loan documents for that loved one, once that person loses capacity, that type of thing, if you attempt to do a line of credit or a cash out refi, it can be considered self-serving, and there's higher instances of fraud. And so if you are proactive and do that type of planning in advance, it can save your family some heartache and money in terms of a solution for that type of thing, because senior care can be quite expensive.
Definitely.
In the case we're helping the family, but it's with a private money loan that they'll keep for short term, but they'll use that to fix up the home, which is free and clear. With that, they can dress it up, make it look like a shiny penny, and then sell it and get top dollar for it, and it will more than help cover the expenses of the private money loan.
That's great.
To help clear up those expenses.
Yes.
Private money loan is short-term financing.
Yes. Awesome.
That's great that they found a solution.
That's right. So there's a loan out there for everybody, we like to say.
Yes. I got that.
One thing that I have been really grateful for is that we had a family friend who was an estate planner, and right after our kids were born, well, after our first son was born, he made us schedule a time with him, and we were able to set up a trust, and it does bring you a peace of mind. And then I see my mother-in-law, she has done a great job. They have been able to plan ahead and know that they are going to be taken care of when they get to that, and their family's going to be taken care of at that point. Not that you intend to, but you do pass on a burden in some ways to your children or to your significant other when you haven't done that planning.
That's right. I know that with the three of us, we all have vast networks of people to help with that type of thing. Different attorneys, estate planners, and the like. So that type of thing can be very important, and you guys over and over again provide those kind of resources, which I think are important to bring up.
I think so too.
Yes, we definitely have a network of resources for you all. Our market is still hot. Homeowners, if you are looking to sell, it's a great time as we just saw the values go up. Buyers out there, don't sweat it. There are still plenty of opportunities for you to land your dream home.
Darryl, thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing all of your knowledge.
My pleasure.
It's great information.
Such great info. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and as always, we are here to help whenever you need us. For those of you considering a move to wine country, we've got you covered with our free relocation guide. You can click the link below. Let's begin this exciting journey towards your new home.
We'll see you next month for another update.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.